Good morning, Luminess. How are you guys today? Welcome to Luminess Wake Up and Airbrush. My name is Dorothy Strohall, and I am your makeup expert, your beauty expert. I am your host of Luminess Live, and Heather is out of town. She's on vacation from Christmas, and so I'm getting the honor and the pleasure of getting to hang out with you guys today and do some demos and really help and just have fun. I love having fun with you guys and showing demos. So today, as you can tell, we are all natural. Check it out. Lots of fun red stuff happening here. And so today's show or today's demo is going to be one of my favorites. It's creating a no makeup look. And I know that Wake Up and Airbrush, it's all about makeup, all about the airbrushing, but I'm going to show you the different ways and what products we would use in airbrushing to create a no makeup look. So, we're coming out of this IG trend. Hey, Miss Lori, good to see you here. We're coming out of this IG trend of erase your face and then add a totally different face, which as a makeup artist drove me insane. I was like, stop. Hey, yay, you were trying to do a no makeup look. So I'm going to give you all of the tools to be able to do that. And so now the new trend is the no makeup look, going into having great skin, going into all of the things that give that. And I'm going to tell you, as a professional makeup artist for TV and print, it is much easier for me to give a full face makeup drama look than a no makeup look. It really is challenging when you are in HD, when you are doing all of when you have a red eye camera and it's all into that. They see everything. That camera is not kind. And so if you're trying to do a very natural no makeup look, it's very easy to get into a makeup look. And so I'm going to show you that. So hello, Jeannie. Good to see you here. So this is what I'm going to put up, and this is the steps we're going to go through. Now, first and foremost, skincare. Skincare is key. Key. If you don't have skincare, you're not going to be able to really make a great, fabulous no makeup look. And so every day, I have been using, if you come on to Luminess Live, I have been using the contour. And I have been using it tightens and works the muscles and the loose skin right here. And it's also been doing it in this area. So if you haven't checked out our skincare line, check it out. Another reason why I am so red, not only did I do the contour this morning, but I've also been doing the micro needling and using their retinol serum. Y'all, retinol in general is pretty aggressive. And they've got a high potency in that. And what that'll do is it'll take care of some of the texture issues of your skin, but you really, it can make your skin sensitive, which is what it's supposed to be. So you have to couple that with SPF. So I am very red because in the evenings, I have been doing the microneedling and the retinol. And I'm going to show you that a little bit later. But that's what I do in the evening. So I'll show you what I do during the daytime to get this no makeup look. Okay. So we're going to start out first and foremost with the Breeze Duo. And I am actually going to pop off the top, unlock it, see the little lock, pop that off, and put my skincare head on it. And I'll just line up the arrows and then lock that back on. So this is the skincare head that really helps apply all of the skincare products to give you the skin prep for the no makeup look. Now I use this in the evenings. Again, I'm going to show you the micro needling head. I'm not going to use it because, well, it would not be great. But the micro needling head just twists right on like that and rolls as you spray the retinol on. Okay. Easy breezy, no fuss. But we're going to go back to this. This is really what I am going for and starting it. So I am actually going to start out using, and I don't have my original bottle. I put it in a little mini one so I can take it into the other room. But the hyaluronic serum. And I am going to put it in my skincare head. Now, the one thing about the hyaluronic serum is that not only does it um, plump the skin up and super hydrate the skin, which is really what you need when you're doing a no makeup look. You really need to hyperhydrate the skin so that it can really look the best that it can look. You want that look. The other thing I love about the skincare stuff that Luminess has created, one of the secret ingredients that we use on set all of the time as makeup artists to help with the skin, to help the skin be beautiful and calm and flawless is witch hazel. I don't know if you've ever heard of witch hazel, but it is a well-kept secret in the industry. We just put a bunch of other names from it to make it sound fancy, but it's witch hazel. It's great. And I love that in their hyaluronic, I love that they have witch hazel in it to help with the skin and to help really plump up the skin, hydrate the skin. Now, this is a routine that I do in the morning, okay? In the evenings, I'm going to use the retinol because I'm going to go to sleep and let it do its job. And then my redness is because of the retinol. Okay, so that is done. So what I did was use the skincare head, I love witch hazel as a toner too, Jeannie, I really do. So I've already washed my face. I did that this morning. I used my contour as I opened up Luminess Live and the Kinetics cream. And then I came back over with the hyaluronic serum. As you can see, the redness is kind of going down a little bit, but guess what? You know, I'm going to say it, rose serum. I just don't like not doing any makeup look, whether it's a full makeup look or a no makeup look without my rose serum. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead over here and I am going to put this little sign up so y'all can see what I'm doing as I do it. So this is the skin prep. So I'm going to go ahead and prep. So I prepped beforehand with the contour, wash my face, and then I came in with a hyaluronic serum. And now I am using the rose serum because, again, we are prepping the Bulgarian rose serum. That's one of the serums that Luminess has created and goes out. It smells amazing. Good morning, Cindy. And it's one of my favorites for hydration. It's also got some witch hazel in it, which I'm happy, but it's also got a Bulgarian rose in it, which is really a beautiful extract that smells great, but is also good for the skin. So in this, you are going to see a no makeup look without any foundation. So I'm prepping my skin. And if you'll notice, number 2 is ditch the foundation. So I am not going to actually use any foundation. I'm still going to use my Luminous products. I'm still going to use my Duo in my airbrush machine. I am just adding this new head to do the skincare with and to really give me that look. So Jeannie, the rose spray in the can, that is, they created the same formula for the airbrush machine. So you can use the one in the can. It's the same thing. It's not a big deal. But this is the rose serum that you can actually place in your airbrush system and airbrush it on. So same formula, different way of applying it. Alrighty, so skin prep is done, right? We've got the hydration, we've got the serums. Now we are going to ditch the foundation, no foundation, and I'm going to use a concealer. Now I know that a concealer is necessary, but I think I'm going to swap up these two. It says add some color to your cheeks. Well, y'all, I got enough color, right? If I need some at the end, I will. But I think I'm going to switch it up, and I am going to add some illumination to my skin because I feel like that really leads and leans into a beautiful no makeup look. If you see, I've already got a little bit of it working. So I'm going to actually use Boost It all over because a couple of things. It's a primer. Primers are great. Love it. Love is a little warm for me. If I were a little bit different in skin tone, had a little bit darker skin tone, I would go with the Love, but I don't. I am very fair. So for me, Boost It works beautifully. And so, wait, done with the skincare. This is one of the reasons why having the whole skincare machine versus just the top is good, because you don't have to take these off and swap them out all the time, which is what I'm doing. So my next thing is to have the whole skincare machine so I can just set it and pick it up. Went ahead and put on my duo top to apply the primer. Don't forget to do that. You do not want to run your makeup through the skincare head or vice versa. You don't want them intermingling or interchanging. The insides of the heads are created specifically for skincare and makeup formulas, and so it can get clogged and messy. So don't forget to do what I almost forgot to do. It would not be good. Okay, so here we go. Turning it on. This is Boosted, the primer. This is what is going to kind of replace my foundation. It's going to be that no makeup primer that makes my skin, well, Laura, you use the CC for foundation. That's awesome. It is a great high pigment. Now, the CC for me, I can use, I do have it here, but it is, again, a little bit warmer for me, and I think that is great. I just don't necessarily want to have a makeup look, so I am going to go super light when it's time for, don't forget your neck, guys. One of the things as a young lady I forgot to do was my neck. And so don't forget your neck. I did forget my neck when it came to skincare, and now I am having to go back and repay the price and all that fun stuff. So we've got the primer on. You see it's giving me a little bit of a dewy glow, a little bit more. If for some reason that is too much, easy breezy, tap it out or even grab a sponge and do that. But I'm just going to let it be as it is because I want my skin to look fresh. I want it to look natural. I want it to look glowing. I want it to look great. So now that I have used my Boosted, I'm not going to use any makeup. I'm going to use skincare and primers and concealers. I am going to come in because I am a little bit more fair, and I'm going to use the eraser, but I am going to add the eraser to the CC. So for me, the CC is a little bit too close to my skin tone for it to be all that I want it to be. But the eraser is really, for most people to like, for me, it's perfect. So I am just going to add 2 drops of the CC in my machine. I am going to add probably 2 to 3 drops of the eraser in there also, because I really do like the eraser. And I'm going to back bubble to mix it. Now, I'm going to turn it off. When we conceal, we're only going to conceal the areas that are either too dark. So like right here, I have a little bit of an age spot, but it's not too bad. Or that are too pink. So I told you I've been doing the retinol, and so I'm really red. But if you'll notice, all of the skin prep I did with the Bulgarian Rose, all the skin prep I did with the hyaluronic calmed that redness down a lot. And when I did the primer, it calmed it down even more. And so really, there's not a whole lot of redness standing out. But I am going to hit the redness right here, hit it right here, and go a little bit more under my eyes. Okay, so again, concealing is key. You don't want to come in with a heavy coverage, a heavy concealer hand saying, because then you'll look like you have makeup on. So really just a little bit, this is where you go, a little dabble, do you? Because we don't want to look overly made up. We don't even want you to be able to tell we have sprayed any kind of concealer or foundation, which this isn't foundation, it's really a concealer on our skin. Okay, so hold on just a second. I'm gonna have to use my mirror for a minute just to make sure that I'm really doing the no makeup look like I have said that I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna hit up in my forehead just a hair, chin just a hair, And again, you can do this with the Airbrush concealer. If you have a particular concealer that you like, you can also do that. So the one thing I am very much a component of even after using airbrushing is blending a little bit. And so I'm just going to go and soften because again, no makeup look. I'm going to soften any kind of formula that is on my skin, whether it be the skincare, whether it be the concealer. I don't want anything standing out. And yes, it all blended away, but this just really helps it just go into your skin a little bit better and bring that natural, flawless look just a little bit more. Okay. Now, here's where I would normally say, you put blush on, but I don't know that I need blush because I do still have the redness. And I like that. People tell me all the time, I have a lot of red in my skin. I have a hyperpigmentation, I have rosacea on my cheeks. And I'm like, great. Cover up as much as you need to cover up, but let that natural pink come through because they want to completely cover it and then add blush. And I'm like, what's the point to that? I don't understand the point of that. And so for me, that's kind of pointless. So the next thing I'm going to do to just give a finishing look, okay, so that's what I'm going to say, a finishing look, is I'm going to go in with a traditional concealer that I love. Not that we can't use ours, but I don't want it to look foundation or whatnot. And I am going to highlight with that because that's what I like. And it really does come down to what do you like? I'm also going to put it on my chin and I'm going to just use it as a highlighter. That's it. And just with that little bit of extra coverage on my chin because again, I'm so red. Does pressing it make it last longer? So what pressing it does when you're using the sponge actually presses it in, but what it also does is lifts up the excess. So you're putting the color in where you need it, but you're taking the excess away that you don't. So for me, it puts what I need and leaves the excess away. Okay, so if y'all will notice, that was just a little bit more of a finishing look. See how it didn't add much color? It didn't do much, but it gave a little bit more polished, finished look, a little bit extra coverage because concealing is key where I felt like I needed it, which is right in here. Now, I'm going to do one more thing because I am who I am and I'm a little extra. I have some red marionette lines right here. I'm just going to add that concealer right in there to lighten those up a little bit. My sponge is actually dry. If I use a wet sponge with this particular formula of concealer, it will disperse it more than I want it to. So if you're using a wet sponge, you can expect it, if it's a water-based foundation or concealer, you can expect it to lighten it out. In other words, dissolve it down, break it down, take some away. If you're using a dry sponge, then you're going to get the full formula amount. So just think about it. You add water to something, it breaks it down, it thins it out, which is fine as long as you're not putting on too, or you're wanting it. So if you have a heavy cake makeup look, a wet sponge takes off some. If you're wanting to keep what you put on, then a drier sponge simply disperses it where you want it, giving you the full formula amount. Okay, so there is my no makeup look. The other thing we're going to do is go easy on the eyes. And I put mascara on this morning, y'all. That's all I did. The two things you need to have when you do a no makeup look, do your brows. I did mine with a pencil, or not a pencil, with an angled brush and powder. I don't do heavy brows. I know some people like heavy brows. I'm not a girl for that. I like them to be a little bit, I like them dramatic and full, but I also like them on the a little bit more tame side, a little bit thinner, a little bit lighter. And so I use a powder, and it's also because I'm in Houston, Texas, and the humidity is beast. And so I'm going to use that powder and just fill in where I need. So make sure your brows are done, make sure your lashes are on, and that's really the no makeup look. don't need a lot on the eyes. If you start elevating the eyes, if you start elevating the foundation, if you start elevating a heavier lip look, see, it's a makeup look. It's not a no makeup makeup. Hey, love it. You're local. Love, love, love it. So eyes are just mascara. Brows are just a light fill in. Lips, you want them to look like your natural lip color. This is my natural lip color, but I want it a little better. So what am I going to do on my natural lip color? So the closest liner that we have to my natural lip color is the Dusty Rose. And so I am just going to come in a little bit, not a hard line, and I'm just going to barely line that bottom lip because I'm a little bit older, so I'm getting a little bit less coloring in the definition of my lips. Same on the top. Little bit of line there, just so I have it. That is pretty much the color of my lips. You can see there's not a big change. And then y'all know I showed y'all this yesterday. Works Beast. It's my favorite. I have to. It's a tinted lip balm. It looks like my lip color, but adds moisture and is better tinted. It's not heavy. It's just coloring and lightness. Okay, so if for me, I wanted more blush, Dusty Rose is great. If I wanted more blush, I would take a blush brush and just pop it on there. Just because I don't want a blush look, I just want a little bit of a glow look. I don't need heavy makeup on that, and it would be natural. Now, here is the finisher. If we are going to finish this off, and maybe it's a little, oh, my light went out, y'all. That means my light got too hot. It's not going to come back on. We're just about done. Alrighty. I am going to velvet veil it. Yes, on the top of everything. Velvet veil, velvet veil. This is my powder without being my powder look. Velvet veil, pat, pat, pat. Just knock down anything. And then again, I'm going to come back in with my sponge and just do a little bit to make sure that it's all nice and blended. All righty, there you go. No makeup, makeup look. Light, polished, you can see my skin. I've got the coverage where I need the coverage. I've got the lightness where I need the lightness. I've got the glow where I need the glow. Easy breezy. So these are, I can't. Okay, those right there on that side. Those are the steps to really getting your skin to look polished and pretty and like skin and not a makeup look, but it's a polished no makeup look. And yes, you need the velvet veil on top is a great, great makeup trip. Okay. If you like this, let me know. Put a thumbs up, heart it, let them know. You guys, this is the last time I get to see you before Heather comes back. So you guys have a safe, first off, safe New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and a happy, happy New Year